Thank you. Chairman Paulson, Ranking Member Heinrich, and members of the committee, good morning. Thank you for your leadership in convening this hearing. Thoughtful bipartisan discussion on implementing opportunity zones is essential so that this important new tax incentive fulfills its founding goal to revitalize our nation's communities and further economic growth. I'm Terri Ludwig. I'm the CEO of Enterprise Community Partners, and I've worked in financial services, capital markets, real estate, and community reinvestment for 30 years. Enterprise's perspective on opportunity zones is based on our deep expertise as a national leader in affordable housing and community development finance, and specifically as an investor and lender deploying capital in communities. For more than 35 years, Enterprise has amplified the impact of investment in homes and communities by engaging the right partners, directing public and private capital to the right places, and offering nonpartisan guidance and support to government leaders. We've invested $36 billion in equity, grants, and loans in all types of communities in all 50 states. We've built or preserved 529,000 homes, helped create diverse, thriving communities, and touched millions of lives. We foster economic mobility and opportunity through a high-impact investment portfolio that includes not only affordable homes, but also health clinics, schools, and access to healthy foods and access to public transportation. I'm honored to share Enterprise's views on realizing the public policy goal that gave rise to opportunity zones, bolstering inclusive, sustainable economic growth. This new tax incentive has immense potential to transform communities, grow small businesses, and better residents' lives, provided that investments are aligned with local priorities and needs. Enterprise has strong expertise in aggregating private capital and deploying it through programs like Low-Income Housing Tax Credit and New Markets Tax Credit. We're eager to realize the potential of opportunity zones to complement these established public-private partnerships. Enterprise is exploring opportunity fund models that would foster inclusive economic growth and prosperity for residents and businesses. Our goal is to demonstrate that capital can be deployed to deliver compelling financial returns and social returns. Any fund we create would incorporate best practices drawn on our work over the past 35 years. These include investments that develop and preserve affordable housing, create living wage jobs, support minority and women-owned businesses, and expand transportation and infrastructure. We've been working very closely with governors, mayors, investors, and community-based organizations on opportunity zones. We've gathered and shared data, disseminated critical information, and provided technical assistance. And what we've seen is that while communities are excited about this catalyst for economic development, they're also concerned that private investment could unintentionally displace the very residents and businesses that the tax benefit is intended to support. Enterprise believes that there is an important role for federal, state, and local government to play in the implementation of this tax incentive. This will ensure that investments advance local policy priorities and needs and offer sustained benefit to all members of the community, not just a few. To support this, we offer two main recommendations for the effective implementation of opportunity zones. First is promoting the transparency of opportunity fund activities in order to drive accountability and assess impact on communities. Specifically, we recommend requiring that opportunity funds report to Treasury on transaction-level data and that this information be made available to the public. Doing so will allow Congress to evaluate whether the tax benefit is meeting its intended policy goals. Second, the Department of Treasury should use its statutory authority from Congress to issue regulations to prevent abuse. Enterprise suggests that the definition of abuse includes investments that adversely affect low-income residents, for example, by eliminating affordable homes. Such guardrails will help ensure that current residents and businesses benefit from economic growth in their communities. I provided more detail on these recommendations in my written testimony and look forward to addressing those in Q&A. To conclude, we are enthusiastic about the promise that opportunity zones hold for urban, rural, and all types of communities nationwide. If implemented with transparent reporting requirements and the explicit commitment to prevent abuse, opportunity zones could have a transformative impact on distressed communities and, most importantly, on the lives of the people who live there. Thank you for your willingness to openly explore the benefits and the risks of this new tax incentive. Enterprise would be pleased to work with you further on these issues and on our recommendations to realize the great opportunity inherent in opportunity zones.